There's something unsettling about a quiet kid who suddenly stops being invisible. Not in a dramatic way, not overnight like a spotlight hitting him, but slowly, like something inside him woke up and never went back to sleep. He was just another face in a crowded city, someone people brush past without noticing, someone who got pushed around more than he pushed back. Smart, yeah, too smart sometimes. The kind of mind that sees patterns where others don't. But none of that mattered when life kept reminding him he was small, powerless, until one moment changed that balance forever, and not in the way you'd expect. It didn't start with ambition. It didn't start with a dream of becoming anything bigger. It started with curiosity, the kind that gets you too close to things you don't fully understand. One mistake, one bite of fate, and suddenly the rules stopped applying to him the same way they applied to everyone else. His body changed, but more dangerously, so did his perspective. Strength where there used to be hesitation, reflexes where there used to be fear, and for the first time, the world didn't feel like something crushing him. It felt like something he could climb. At first, he didn't think about responsibility. Why would he? Imagine going your whole life being overlooked, and then suddenly having abilities that make you feel untouchable. You'd test limits, you'd push boundaries, you'd enjoy it, and he did. Not out of cruelty, but out of relief. Like finally being able to breathe after being underwater for too long. But here's the problem. Power doesn't wait for you to grow into it. It exposes who you are right now. And at that moment, he was still just a kid trying to prove something. There was a moment, a small one, almost forgettable if you look at it from the outside. A decision, a choice to act or not to act. And he chose not to. Not because he couldn't, but because he didn't think it was his problem. That's where everything broke. Because sometimes, the cost of doing nothing is heavier than any mistake you could make. And when the consequences came back around, they didn't hit softly. They hit personally. They hit in a way that carved something permanent into him. After that, everything changed again. But this time, it wasn't about power. It was about guilt. The kind that doesn't leave, the kind that sits in the back of your mind every time you hesitate. He started to understand something most people never truly accept. If you have the ability to stop something bad and you don't, you're part of it. That realization reshaped him more than any mutation ever could. It turned every decision into a weight, every action into a question, and that's when the city started to notice him. Not as a kid anymore, but as something else entirely. A figure moving where no one else could. Above the noise, between buildings, in places people never look. Fast, unpredictable, almost impossible to pin down. Some saw him as a hero, others saw him as a threat, but no one really understood him, because behind everything, the movement, the strength, the presence, there was still that same kid, trying to make up for one moment he could never undo. He jokes sometimes, talks when he shouldn't, keeps things light even when they're not. But that's not confidence. That's pressure finding a way out. Because carrying responsibility like that, it changes you. It forces you to show up even when you're tired, even when you're hurt, even when no one thanks you, especially when no one thanks you. And the hardest part, knowing that no matter how much good you do, it'll never erase the one time you didn't. So he keeps moving, keeps swinging between what he was and what he's trying to become. Not perfect, not fearless, just someone who learned the hard way that power isn't the gift. It's what you do with it that defines you. And once you understand that, there's no going back. Now think about it. You've definitely seen this character before. But do you actually recognize who he is? You knew him, didn't you?